Now in 4 News Now at 6, a South Hill bank goes up in flames. Now, many want to know about their valuables that were left inside. We explain what is and isn't covered.
We have grapple in progress in downtown Spokane. I'm tracking the showers and a cold Wednesday morning in your first alert forecast.
And new guidelines for when women should get checked for breast cancer. At 6:30, we break down how often you should schedule a mammogram based on your age. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. And we begin tonight with breaking news, a live look from the north side of Newman Lake, where firefighters are still trying to find a missing homeowner. You can see that home still smoldering there. That fire started a few hours ago, and it destroyed the house. In these photos we're showing you here, you can see fire crews battling the flames. And this is still a developing story. Again, they are looking for a missing homeowner there in Newman Lake. We will update you as soon as we learn more.
The number one recommendation of the transition committees was to eliminate the structural deficit and balance the long-term budget.
How the mayor would address the city's budget deficit was a huge topic of debate when Mayor Lisa Brown was running for office. She's been in office for over 100 days now, and today, during her first State of the City address, the budget deficit was still a topic of priority.
Mayor Brown also addressed how her administration hopes to tackle community safety, lack of affordable housing, and the city's drug crisis. Marissa Rio shares how Mayor Brown hopes to move the city forward.
Addressing the budget deficit comes after the announcement that the city could potentially face a $50 million budget shortfall at the end of the year, a debt Mayor Brown inherited when she took office.
We are making unilateral reductions in the budget.
Among those reductions, Brown says the city has canceled this summer's fire academy, and her administration is planning to suggest other cuts as well.
But I don't believe we can do this responsibly all on the cut side, especially as calls for service are up.
That's why Mayor Brown says she's proposed her $192 million public safety levy to meet the critical needs of both fire and police.
Another challenge Mayor Lisa Brown touched on was how her administration plans on addressing the city's homeless crisis, and her approach is focused right here in the Division Street corridor.
Brown says it's often that homeless people get into this cycle of going to a place like the emergency room and winding up right back on the streets. She plans to move away from this approach and take on a model that includes outreach with the houseless community. And the Division Street corridor would be a priority zone for encampment resolution.
That way, with this designation, it frees up additional funds that we can use. And the model that we are using is a contractor interviews people in the corridor and begins to navigate them to services.
Mayor Brown says the city also received $1 million in opioid settlement dollars, half of which will go towards Spokane Fire's CARES team.
This is a team that follows up after an emergency response of a person with a substance use disorder to navigate them into appropriate services so they're not back calling 911 again.
To save money, Brown also hopes to move away from large congregate shelters like the Trent Shelter. Reporting in Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Well, in just a few months, voters will decide the fate of a new levy that would raise taxes by an average of $377 a year, totaling $192 million over the next 6 years. That money will go toward things like relaunching the Neighborhood Resource Officer program, as well as traffic safety projects in every neighborhood and replacing 132 police vehicles.
It's going to be a community-wide decision, and I'm for putting it on the ballot because we're in a serious situation and we have to be serious about how we deal with it.
At least one city council member says the city needs to be more financially responsible and cannot keep asking people for more money.
Not made one difficult decision yet, and yet we're going to go to the voters and say, we don't want to do the hard thing. We want you to just give us more of your hard-earned money, and we promise we will make good decisions. I'm sorry, but that is not good enough. I have been promised.
The measure will be placed on the August 6th ballot.
Now, a parks levy had also been planned for the August ballot, but because of the public safety levy, it's now being delayed. The earliest the parks levy would now appear on a ballot would be in February. The parks levy would build and improve Minnehaha, Meadow Glen, and Cowley parks while improving the condition and amenities offered at several other parks. Councilmember Michael Cathcart was strongly opposed to delaying the parks levy, pointing out it took 2 years to put the plan together.
We are punting on a well-thought-out plan that would significantly help my constituents in Northeast Spokane. I don't know if you've ever visited a park in Northeast Spokane, but we absolutely need investments to help make those better.
The parks levy would cost taxpayers 20 cents per $1,000 of assessed property value, giving the city $12 million a year for parks.
And the City Council also approved a new measure that requires landlords to give tenants more of a heads up if they're planning on raising the rent. Why some say this is a win for renters and others say it will hurt them in the long run. Tonight at 6:30.
Well, a man is now in jail for his role in what Spokane deputies say was a drug robbery that left a 16-year-old dead. According to the Spokane County Sheriff's Office, 29-year-old Brendan McCullough, along with 16-year-old Nathaniel Byers, went to an apartment on South Bowdish Road. Investigators say McCullough went inside the apartment while Byers stayed in the car. Eventually, a fight broke out. Investigators say Byers ran into the apartment to help McCullough. Detectives then say there was a shootout with Byers and another man inside. Byers and McCullough ran from the apartment, but investigators say Byers died shortly after from a gunshot wound. McCullough now faces multiple charges, including attempted robbery and assault. So far, no one has been arrested for Byers' death.
Well, some of you are probably seeing some grapple outside tonight.
Plus, more cold temperatures overnight. We're going to send it over to Chris Crocker with a look at that first alert forecast.
Yes, we had grapple here at the station. In fact, dark clouds that have moved in from the west, producing some rain as well as that snow-like hail. Here's a look at our radar right now. We're zoomed in on the Spokane area, and the heavier precipitation is now starting to move to the east along Division. Again, you may run into some grapple or soft hail as that system makes its way to the east, especially where you see some of the darker reds and yellows on the radar. As we zoom out a little bit further, boy, it is very isolated, this precipitation. Many locations not seeing anything at all around the region, and we'll continue to see these showers taper off as we get into the evening. In fact, as we take a look north around the Sandpoint area, have a little bit of sunshine with some clouds over the mountains, and temperatures, however, are very, very chilly. It's only 39 degrees in Sandpoint right now, 44 in Spokane, 45 degrees in Pullman, right around the Spokane area. Temperatures ranging from just 44 degrees at the airport to 50 degrees in Spirit Lake. Not very often Spirit Lake is one of the warmer spots on the map, but with those showers on the way, you'll likely be dropping. Here's a look at Wednesday morning's lows. We are going to be below freezing in many locations again tomorrow. Not quite as cool as it was this morning in Spokane. We got down to 31 degrees, but that's still going to take a toll if you've got some more tender vegetation already planted. Wednesday's planner, we're heading up to a high of 58. 62 is our average high, with only a slight chance of isolated showers in the afternoon. I'll be back to go through the day hour by hour, show you where the best chance to see that rain is in just a few minutes.
Well, investigators are searching for this man, 51-year-old Joseph Parisian. He is wanted in connection with the disappearance of a 38-year-old woman who was found safe inside of a car yesterday. After finding her, investigators believe Parisian was at a home in East Central Spokane. SWAT searched that home yesterday but didn't find him. And with information about Parisian's whereabouts, is asked to call 911.
Well, this is what now remains of a U.S. bank branch that caught fire Monday on the South Hill. Firefighters say that fire likely started in the ceiling of the building. Bank workers called 911 about the smell of fire, and when crews arrived, it began to spread quickly. Fortunately, no one was seriously hurt. Hunter Bertram joins us from the bank live tonight. And Hunter, people have been stopping by and taking pictures all day.
Yeah, Kirsten, I've been out here for most of the day, and hundreds of people have stopped and taking pictures. Let's take a closer look. As you can see, it's a total loss. Actually, Spokane Fire just put out remaining smoldering debris on the roof, but many customers hope that their belongings inside were able to survive the fire.
Well, first of all, I was glad that everybody was safe. And then I said, well, wow, that's my branch. It burned down. And so what about my safety deposit box?
In most banks in the U.S., you have an option. Instead of securing valuables at home, you can store them at the bank.
Our marriage license, my social security card. I think I have some rare coins. We'll find out. The papers are the ones I'm most worried about.
As a customer of a bank, it gives you the choice of leasing a safe deposit box. One caveat, the boxes are not insured by the bank or the FDIC, which insures the money in a checking account.
It was a bank fire, yeah. It's something that I never even considered.
It's a popular choice, keeping your valuables in a bank that's less likely to get robbed versus your home. Steve never thought it would have rather burned down.
I called the bank, and they told me to call the branch, and then we laughed because the branch burned down. The bank would contact me and give me a time to safely access my box.
I reached out to U.S. Bank to see if they had any policy. They told me this is the lease customer sign. It states that safe deposit boxes do not guarantee absolute safety.
Hopefully somebody's watching over all the safe.
In hopes it's still intact, Steve worries about the security. The bank's vulnerable to criminals who may take the risk and sort through the soot. So U.S. Bank has 24/7 security until valuables, if intact, can be recovered. Steve also told me he's not angry. He says it's out of his control. The biggest lesson we all can learn from this is that safe deposit boxes aren't so safe after all. Reporting live in Spokane, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Well, when you send your child to school, you trust that they will be in safe hands. But recently, a group of 4th grade parents came to us with concerns about their child's 4th grade teacher, Cassie Miller. Miller was placed on paid administrative leave days before the start of the school year after testing positive for drugs. This opened a full investigation into Miller by the district, and through a public records request, we were given a copy of their findings. 2 arrests, 2 failed drug tests, and now she's back teaching 4th graders. Parents say they're concerned for their child's safety and quality of education.
And I don't understand how this wasn't a breaking point for the district.
It concerns me that she is going to come to school in that condition. It concerns me that she's not going to be in the right state of mind.
So how was this teacher allowed back in the classroom? Watch Natalie Grant's special report tomorrow night at 6 on 4 News Now.
Well, the Washington Department of Transportation wants to cut down on how much it spends cleaning up graffiti along highways.
The high-tech solution they're testing to try and save taxpayer money coming up.
And the Mariners are currently in first place in the division. Coming up in about 30 minutes, we break down why a playoff run for the M's may not be out of the question. Plus,
what forced more than 100 asylum seekers out on the streets of Kent? What the governor's office is doing to try to help families in need.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
Our spring savings event is happening now at George Gee Kia Spokane.
Join STCU Best of Broadway for classic comedies, family favorites, and blockbuster hits live at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Season tickets include Stephen Sondheim's smash hit musical comedy Company, Funny Girl, the hit Broadway show with one of the greatest musical scores of all time, hilarious fan favorite Beetlejuice, feel-good celebration Mamma Mia, and the multi-Tony Award-winning new musical MJ. Order season tickets to reserve your seats now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Dupixent helps people with asthma breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. And when you can breathe better, what isn't better? This is better. This is better. That's better. And that. Even this. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It works with your asthma medicine to help improve lung function. That's pretty good. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's proven to help prevent asthma attacks. It can reduce or even eliminate oral steroids. And doesn't that make things better? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Tell your doctor right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change your stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. When you can get more out of your lungs, you can do more with less asthma. And isn't that better? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic in asthma.
Take advantage of the tax credits you can, including the annual Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You can get money back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
You're feeding it.
I will, I promise. Thanks to our Premier Rewards Visa credit card from ICCU, we earned enough cash back to stock up on puppy supplies.
But we don't have a puppy. They're very convincing children.
Don't miss the anniversary celebration at Quality Stoves and Spas. The largest selection of fireplaces, inserts, and stoves at tremendous savings. Featuring low pie and fireplace extraordinaire. In Saturday at Quality Stoves and Spas in Post Falls.
Welcome back. Funds for the Affordable Connectivity Program, which discounts monthly home internet bills for millions of Americans, are about to run out.
In between Washington and Idaho alone, more than 400,000 people rely on the program for internet access. CNN's Karen Caifa explains what's being done to try and prevent this from happening.
April was the last month that the federal government could pay these subsidies in full for this program that has connected millions of Americans since 2021. Many of them military veterans, senior citizens, rural Americans. Consumer and digital advocacy groups are calling on Congress to restore it.
A federal program that has provided a digital lifeline with low or no-cost internet for roughly 23 million American households is about to end. The Affordable Connectivity Program, a 2021 pandemic-era benefit, has run out of money, and digital advocates are concerned about what that means for the nation's digital divide.
That's the path we're on right now, is we're going to be returning to a place where kids are doing their homework in parking lots, folks can't access their telehealth.
The Federal Communications Commission says that in May, enrollees may receive a reduced benefit. For June, nothing at all unless Congress acts. The White House said Monday they'll continue to push Congress for a renewal and encouraged service providers to help in the meantime.
We announced earlier this month that we are encouraging providers to take steps to keep their consumers connected at this crucial time by offering low-cost, no-cost plans.
Angela Seifer, executive director of the National Digital Inclusion Alliance, says users of the Affordable Connectivity Program should check in with their internet service provider about those lower cost options.
If an individual or household had utilized one of those low-cost offers prior to the pandemic, they should definitely check and see what that low-cost offer is now. It may not be exactly the same as it was then.
The group also suggests looking into the FCC's Lifeline program for discounts on phone and broadband service from participating providers.
In addition to that push from the White House, last week a group of Democratic senators sent a letter to the major internet service providers industry groups to ask them to help cover the full benefits for the month of May to hopefully give Congress more time to come up with a funding solution. In Washington, I'm Karen Caifa.
Well, take a look at this. The Washington Department of Transportation is testing out a new drone program to help them clean up graffiti across state highways. And this is how it works. The drone uses a spray nozzle and is linked to a paint supply on the ground. The goal of these drones will be to try and help save the department some money. According to the Department of Transportation, they spent over $815,000 on graffiti removal statewide. It would help them save money by cutting down on the number of people necessary to clean the graffiti in hard-to-reach places and would cut down the number of labor hours needed.
Our high temperature today, just 51 degrees, more than 10 degrees below average. And we started the day off at a chilly 31 degrees. Sunset tonight is at 2 minutes after 8, finally after 8 o'clock. Meanwhile, it is raining and 44 in Spokane right now, sunny in Coeur d'Alene and 46. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
PAR, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you going to build?
Damn straight.
Scotty McCreery is spreading his fresh take throwback country to Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, May 2nd. Get your tickets now for one of country music's biggest stars.
Winning is just the beginning.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
What can we make for you today from the Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg, Montana?
Considering a new air conditioner? Before you commit, call Bill's Heating and AC. We're elevating efficiency and savings by matching heat pump prices to any local air conditioner quotes and setting a new standard for comfort. Why heat pumps? Similar to ACs, they offer high efficiencies to heat and cool your home for a lower cost. And with the purchase of qualifying equipment, you may be eligible to receive a 25C tax credit of up to $3,200. Don't miss out. Call Bill's Heating and AC for your free quote now.
Spring is in full bloom at Ritter's with acres of trees, shrubs, and perennials. Greenhouses bursting with flowers for containers and bedding. Exquisite fountains, benches, and sculptures. Experienced experts to help you choose what to grow at your home. And all 3-gallon and larger rhododendrons and azaleas are 25% off. So come up to Ritter's. Ritter's Garden and Gift on North Division.
Tesla's bluesy and soulful sound is still roaring and soaring live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, July 25th. Get your tickets now for one of the 80s hottest bands.
Winning is just the beginning.
Let's take a live look over downtown Spokane. I know. These skies have been a little ominous, Chris.
Yeah, no kidding. A lot of grapple out there right now. You were just saying if people are at the Spokane Indians game, they might be, hopefully they're undercover where they're sitting.
They're about to get grappled on, for sure, yes. We're going to get a little bit of a break here in downtown, but let's take a look right now at our Doppler radar, and you can see, well, here's downtown right here, and this is what we were looking at in that sky cam, what's passing by to the south, and this is what brought the grapple into downtown here in the last half hour, and that is starting to make its way down I-90, hitting the baseball stadium. It'll be in Spokane Valley here pretty soon, but boy, this is very isolated activity. And here are 4 things to know about your forecast. Those showers are going to be coming to an end. Skies clearing for another cold Wednesday morning. Spotty showers on Wednesday. We're going to be a little bit drier than what we were today. May just stay completely dry in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. There's a warming trend in our forecast, but right now it looks like a cool and wet Bloomsday, but stay tuned because there's some inconsistency in our computer models. The latest thinking, the trend is toward bringing in the cool air about a day earlier with a pretty good drop in our temperatures for Sunday. 67 on Saturday, down to 67 on Sunday with wet weather arriving earlier in the day. This white line right here is our average high, so we'll be up above average just briefly and then a drop. Then we'll stay cool through the middle of next week. Meanwhile, here's a look at our precipitation happening around the region right now, and all of this is beginning to taper off, and we just have a slight chance of showers tomorrow. Here's our forecast radar, at least in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Starting off at our current time, we'll be drying out as we get into the evening, keeping the chance of mountain showers going through the overnight. Here's 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. We will see those showers starting to come back down into Bonners Ferry and Sandpoint by 2 o'clock. And it looks like we'll be staying clear in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but wouldn't rule out an isolated shower making its way down into the metro area. Our chance of precipitation over the next 3 days is pretty minimal, and then it goes up to 40% Saturday with the chance of showers late in the day, and then into a wet Sunday. Again, we're still working on that forecast. Wednesday morning's lows will be down in the 30s in most locations, but there will be some 20s in some of the outlying areas, including right around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Wednesday's high temperatures warmer than today, getting closer to average. Will be in the mid-50s through the Idaho Panhandle. The further west you go, the drier and warmer things will be. 62 with partly sunny skies Thursday, a nice Friday, and then there's that weekend with so many fun things going on. Sunday looking especially cool and showery, but that is subject to change. Kirsten.
All right, we got to keep watching. Thank you, Chris. Major changes are coming to the Barker Road corridor in Spokane Valley.
How they're meant to help improve the flow of traffic coming up. And soon, Spokane landlords will need to notify tenants they're raising their rents at least 4 months in advance. Why some say it will hurt renters coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino brings you multi-platinum artist Hunter Hayes to Spokane Live Saturday, May 11th. Tickets are available online now at SpokaneTribeCasino.com. Entertainment without limits.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jeffrey Lyman. I'm an orthopedic surgeon, and my entire practice is dedicated to taking care of patients with knee problems. From ACL and meniscus tears to total knee replacements, I want to make sure you're ready for life's adventures. I'm here to help you master your knee pain and regain your active lifestyle. Visit me at the Orthopedic Sports Institute's new state-of-the-art surgery center in Hayden. Ready to take the first step? Call for a consultation today and let me help guide you to a pain-free future.
Call or click today and set up your consultation with Orthopedic Sports Institute.
So what do you think about these?
Yeah, we're going to take...
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Don't relocate, renovate. As your needs change, update your bathroom with aging and accessibility solutions designed to keep the space safe and stylish. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Residential Home Solutions is excited to announce our Win 24 in 24. You heard that right. Win 24,000 in new windows and entry doors installed by our truly local company. To qualify, you must meet the following: be a homeowner and live in our region. No purchase is necessary to enter, and we provide free estimates to show what you could win. Go to residentialhs.com to enter or call 892-6460. Win 24 in 24 with Residential Home Solutions. Home improvements, custom fit for life.
With Fargo, the new virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, you can pick up the tab even when you forget your wallet. I got this.
Fargo, send Kaz $145 to Zelle.
Smooth. Want faster, easier banking? You can with Wells Fargo. What else can Fargo do?
Oh, come on.
Fargo lets you do this.
Fargo, turn off my debit card. I found it. I found my card.
And also this.
Fargo, turn on my debit card.
Do you, Fargo? You can with Wells Fargo.
Things just keep getting better at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. Our all-new 175-room resort hotel is opening soon. Elevate your experience with luxurious accommodations, state-of-the-art amenities, and exquisite dining. Visit SpokaneTribeCasino.com for more details. You just win here.
4 News Now is brought to you by STCU Business. Partner up.
Well, tomorrow, Avista will begin closures for a multi-year project focused on rehabilitating the spillway for the Post Falls North Channel Dam on the Spokane River.
Avista says the Falls Park parking lot will be used to store construction materials and will be closed to the public through the duration of this project. The boardwalk and one of 3 dam overlooks at the park will also be closed for construction. Crews will install signs and directions throughout the park. The project is expected to be completed in 2027.
And in Spokane Valley, crews will soon begin construction on the South Barker Corridor. The $80 million project will widen Barker Road, add new bike lanes and sidewalks, and replace 2 single-lane roundabouts with 2-lane roundabouts. To learn more about the project, head to KXLY.com.
In Rathdrum, the Mill Street Railroad crossing will close for 1 month starting on Monday, May 6th. The road will be rebuilt to lower the grade, replace the sidewalk, and accommodate the wider design of Highway 53. Drivers should use other railroad crossings at Greens Ferry Road or the one next to the Bi-Mart and slow down in the work zone.
Well, landlords in Spokane will soon have to give you much more notice before they raise your rent. Find out how much after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Brittany Griner, the Robin Roberts exclusive.
This is the first time you are sitting down like this to tell your story.
The exclusive first look tomorrow on GMA. Then the full event special breaks tomorrow night on ABC.
Yeah, I'm a little over my head here.
We can certainly take care of that for you. When you're looking for a company that's noteworthy, look no further.
Call your friends at Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing and spend your time doing more important things.
When I was told I had a brain tumor, my life disappeared in a moment. I feared for my future, but even more, I feared for the ones I love. How would they move on without me? But when my doctor told me about the Gamma Knife of Spokane, everything changed. I can get my brain tumor treated in just 1 day and continue living the life I love. Because of Gamma Knife, I have hope.
At Liberty Park, we've been growing our own since 1928, and we continue to be your go-to greenhouse for all your gardening needs, including custom container planting. We have a colorful selection of annuals, perennials, and hanging baskets. With several varieties of tomatoes and other veggie starts, we have all you need to kick off your vegetable garden. We also carry yard art, soil, and pots of all sizes and colors. Liberty Park Greenhouse and Garden Center is now open in the historic South Perry District.
No slam dunk today, it looks like. Don't worry, I can fix this.
We want to make sure that you're really winning. We don't receive a penny until you get paid.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
Start living your life to the fullest by living simply in a tiny home from Portable Cedar Cabins. Less is truly more with all the amenities and comforts of a traditional home with a much smaller footprint. Each home is custom built and ready for you to move in and start enjoying the little things in life, including financial freedom. Homes from Portable Cedar Cabins are about half the price of the competition and about a quarter of the cost of a traditional home. Contact Portable Cedar Cabins today. Your worry-free tiny home is waiting for you just north of Spirit Lake, Idaho on Highway 41.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Welcome back. In news for your health, new recommendations for breast cancer screenings are out today, reinforcing that early detection can reduce the risk of dying from the disease.
Sydney Charles breaks down when women should get a mammogram and what cancer experts have to say about it.
New recommendations published in the medical journal JAMA lower the recommended age for regular breast cancer screenings, calling for those at average risk and who were assigned female at birth to get a mammogram every other year, starting at 40 years old instead of 50, and recommend this through age 74.
Preventive Services Task Force hasn't recommended that women in their 40s get regular mammograms since 2002. And so I think this is a very positive change.
That task force is an independent volunteer panel of medical experts. Their recommendations influence insurance coverage and doctors who schedule screenings for patients. The new guidelines are more consistent with the ones set out by the American Cancer Society. But the organization says the new guidelines should also include women over the age of 74, especially those expecting to live for another 10 or more years.
In our judgment, it is with shame if women get the message that mammography has uncertain benefits or is no longer needed at a time when the incidence is very high and the death rate continues to climb.
The American Cancer Society guidelines also differ on how often a person should be screened, suggesting women of average risk who are between the ages of 40 and 44 have the option to get a mammogram every year, and those 45 to 54 should start annual screenings. The organization advises women 55 and older to get a mammogram every other year or opt for yearly screenings.
Women should do their very, very best to be screened regularly at whatever interval they choose, whether it's 12 months or 24 months.
The updated recommendations do not apply to people with a personal history of breast cancer, a genetic marker or syndrome that may put them at a high risk of breast cancer, such as the BRCA1 or BRCA2 genes, or those with a history of high-dose radiation therapy to the chest, or a history of high-risk breast lesions. Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Those recommendations change so often, it seems, and it can be confusing, so it's important to talk to your doctor specifically.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, we're going to send things over to our Chris Crocker now, and where's that grapple falling now?
Oh my goodness. Well, to our south, this is an amazing sky cam here from our station. We've got a little bit of rain in progress right here in downtown, but there's some. This is good rainbow weather, by the way. Take a look out the kitchen window and see what you can see. You can see the showers off to our south producing both rain and grapple. And I've been watching this sky cam in Spokane Valley go downhill very rapidly. This is the Argonne exit, and this storm is just getting there. You can see some of the precipitation in progress, and that is only going to pick up in intensity. As you can see on our radar now, it has moved to the east and is right now starting to move into the Park Road area. Here's Pines right here, not quite to Pines. And as I mentioned, things are picking up at Argonne right now. Here's a broader view, and you can see this is very isolated activity right now, extending from Cheney up through Spokane and elsewhere around the region. Just a few sprinkles. It's going to be a quiet night. It's going to be a cold night. We're headed down into the 20s and 30s. 34 degrees in Spokane to start the day, heading to a high of 58, warmer than today, not quite up to average, only some isolated showers. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Chris. Well, starting June 1st, renters in Spokane will be given more notice if their rent increases.
Yeah, last night the Spokane City Council passed this new ordinance, sparking excitement from renters and concern from landlords. Bronte Sorotsky joins us in studio with what this will mean for both landlords and renters.
Well, in 1 month, the way landlords raise rent is about to change. If your rent is getting raised by more than 3%, your landlord will have to let you know 6 months prior. For a 3% or less raise, you'll know at least 4 months in advance.
This gives you ample time to make adjustments.
To renters, even the slightest rent increase makes a huge difference.
So whether it's rebudgeting or finding new places to rent within the budget that you do have.
As a college student, Kirsten Taylor says any changes in housing costs will cause extra stress that she doesn't have time for. That's why she's looking forward to this new ordinance taking effect. It's a huge win for both tenants and organizations representing them.
Having that peace of mind is really a lot for tenants in Spokane to know that they won't be homeless in 2 months.
The local branch of the Tenants Union of Washington has hoped for an ordinance like this for a while, after seeing tenants face evictions and other financial hardships that's out of their control.
When they get a rent increase that they can't afford to pay, they either know if they stay they'll get evicted, or they'll have to not pay some of their bills.
City Council member Paul Dillon, who wrote this ordinance, says it levels the playing field for all renters.
When I was a tenant and I had to move because my rent increased, and I really had to scramble to find a place to live.
But landlords disagree, worried about similar ordinances that have been passed in other parts of the state.
Really, at the end of the day, it really does affect rental housing providers' ability to respond to the market. Costs have gone up immensely.
And concerned this ordinance will only lead to rent going up every 4 to 6 months. The city is also working on a rental registry as a way to show how many units are actually available for rent. In studio, Bronte Saratsky, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Bronte. A 23-year-old man was sentenced to 40 years in prison for his role in a drive-by shooting of a Spokane police officer in 2022. Isaac Ott pleaded guilty to all of the charges, including conspiracy to commit murder. In June of 2022, Ott and his accomplice, Ray Weinkoop, shot at Spokane police officer Chris Honecker, who was in his patrol car. Honecker was hit, but has since recovered. Weinkoop was previously sentenced to over 65 years as video evidence showed the two men bragging about their attempt to kill officers. Ott still faces federal charges in this case. Well, a month into the Major League Baseball season, the Seattle Mariners now find themselves in first place of the AL West.
And it's pretty remarkable considering they get off to such a slow start. Coming up in sports, Alex Crescenti tells us how much they've made or how they've made such an impressive turnaround and what areas they still need to improve on if they hope to make a deep playoff run.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by GMC of Riverfront Park.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Nice work. You take card?
Can I get a check?
Sure. Let me go find one.
Thanks.
Check behind the VCR. Can I be frank? You're cutting off potential clients by not offering card payments. That's like only watching one channel.
That's fine. World War II channel.
One type of music.
Postmodern polka.
One chain.
Don't be a hater.
Try our mobile card reader.
Oh, good. You do take it.
Welcome to the future.
All right, let's power up.
Nice. 2 hands. 10 and 2. STCU Business.
Hi, I'm Doug Trudeau with Trudeau's Marina. Summer's just around the corner. It's time to get out on the water. We have the most popular boats in industry, premium crafted Sea Ray boats, family fun Bayliner boats, including the Element Series, VR Series, and DX Series boats. Heyday surf boats, great way to get on the water and go surfing. Crestliner fishing boats, and new this year, Princecraft pontoons. So if you're in the market for a boat, come in and see us at Trudeau's Marina in downtown Spokane.
I'm Chad Young from the EasyHomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With the EasyHomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Granny, get your gun.
Get back! I have a gun!
Next, Inside Edition. She was watching the Taylor Swift movie with her 4-year-old granddaughter. Then a home intruder burst in.
I will
Wait till you see what happened next. Then, why are these kids screaming? What they witnessed at a zoo will shock you. Next, Inside Edition. Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Well, as of right now, the Seattle Mariners are sitting alone in first place of the American League West. A statement that would have seemed insane to say just a few weeks ago, but thanks to some stellar pitching and just enough offense mixed with a bad division, a deep postseason run isn't out of the equation for this team. Now, we mentioned the pitching, and that simply cannot be overstated enough. Since April 10th, Seattle has by far and away the best ERA in the majors, almost 1.5 runs difference compared to the second place team, the Detroit Tigers, there at 2.98. Now, they also rank first in quality starts this season, first in whip, and first in batting average against. So the numbers like that You wonder, why don't they have an even better record? Well, that's because the poor plate at the plate. In many of the major statistical categories, the Mariners rank in the bottom third of the league. That includes 28th in batting average, 27th in on-base percentage, and 25th in both runs and slugging percentage. And nothing epitomizes all these statistics quite like Monday night's series opening win against Atlanta. Entering the 7th inning, neither team recorded a hit, but the Braves were able to tack one on thanks to an RBI double by Ozzie Albies. Now, in the 8th, Seattle has a chance to break it open with the bases loaded and 2 outs, but Mitch Haniger goes down swinging, which means the game would rest on the bat of Mitch Garver, and he delivers in a huge way with a walk-off 2-run home run, the first of his career in the majors and the minors. And the M's start the new week with a win over the best team in the National League, but even still, they realize there's a lot of work to be done from here.
Again, nice way to start this series. Obviously, they have a good team. We know that. We have a good team. We're not even moving offensively like I know we can, but you got to still find a way to win these games because our pitching has been fantastic. I can't say enough every night.
Now, Seattle's going to go for the series win tonight as Luis Castillo takes the mound for the M's. They're just getting underway from T-Mobile Park as we speak.
Bloomsday 2024 is shaping up to be the biggest in years, with over 32,000 people registered to run the 12-kilometer race. That's up from 28,000 runners on this day in 2023. Now, you still have time to sign up, and you can register in person this Friday and Saturday at the Convention Center. For more information about the race, including where to park, important, and start times, head to KXLY.com.
Well, prosecutors calling more witnesses today in the criminal trial of former President Donald Trump. The former attorney of Stormy Daniels taking the stand along with the banker of Trump's former fixer, Michael Cohen. ABC's Rena Roy breaks down their testimony.
Former President Donald Trump slapped with a $9,000 fine in his hush money payment trial. The judge finding him in contempt of court for violating the gag order after he repeatedly slammed his former lawyer Michael Cohen and other witnesses. This afternoon, Trump removing the social media posts cited by the judge. More witnesses also taking the stand, including the former attorney for adult film actress Stormy Daniels and former Playboy model Karen McDougal. Both say they had sexual relationships with Trump, which he denies. Keith Davidson testifying he played a central role in selling McDougal's story to the National Enquirer. Jurors shown text messages between Davidson and an editor at the publication. Davidson telling the editor he had a, quote, blockbuster Trump story. The publication paying McDougal $150,000, but in a deal with the Trump campaign, never had any intention of actually running the story, according to prosecutors.
These witnesses are supposed to be bringing in evidence that the defense would not otherwise stipulate to. How NDAs work, how catch and kill operates. That's giving the jury an understanding of a world that they might not otherwise have understood coming into this trial.
Prosecutors say the Trump campaign also wanted to keep Daniels quiet. Cohen paying her $130,000 just days before the 2016 election, improperly calling it a legal expense.
This is a case that should never have been brought. It's a disgrace.
Trump has pleaded not guilty to charges of falsifying business records. Gary Farrow, Cohen's former banker, also testifying that in late 2016, Cohen was frantic about opening a new account. Prosecutors say just a day later, Cohen wired that hush money payment to Daniels from that account. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Well, it is coming down in Spokane Valley right now. Very heavy rain right at the Argonne exit. It won't last long. I'll let you know if there's any more wet weather in your 7-day forecast after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Are you struggling to get through the day? Are you experiencing chronic pain, burning, numbness, and tingling in your hands or feet? Pay attention, because you are probably experiencing peripheral neuropathy. The most common symptoms are numbness, burning, muscle cramps, and problems with balance. Neuropathy is treatable, and our office can help. It's time to get real results. Pick up your phone and call us right now. If you're one of the first 25 callers, you'll receive a free nerve damage screening. This nerve damage screening will tell you if you're at risk for serious nerve damage and if you're qualified for our cutting-edge treatment program to stop the nerve damage. Don't wait until it's too late and your symptoms get so bad that you lose your freedom and are restricted to a wheelchair, walker, or need amputation. Call now to be one of the first 25 callers to receive a free nerve damage screening. Hurry, call now to find out if you qualify for our free nerve damage screening and see how we can change your life. It's time to feel better. Call today.
You didn't show up to watch us eat pizza today, did you? No, you didn't.
Next live, Crystal Fernandez.
Watch live tomorrow at 9, right after GMA.
Looking for a great deal on a John Deere compact tractor? Right now, Pape Machinery is blowing out select model year 2023 inventory at dealer cost. Pick up a brand new John Deere compact tractor for a fraction of the original price. We also have great pricing on hundreds of in-stock implements to customize the tractor of your dreams. Hurry in, this offer won't last long. Stop by a Pape Machinery Ag and Turf store to take advantage today.
With local utility rebates and massive tax credits available, it's now possible to upgrade to a heat pump for less than a traditional air conditioner. Heat pumps are far more efficient than air conditioners when it comes to heating and cooling your home. Get year-round comfort with higher efficiency, all while lowering your monthly utility bills. So don't be fooled into buying outdated air conditioning technology. Upgrade to a heat pump, the smart choice for smart homeowners. Call Bill's Heating and AC today for your free estimate.
BECU would like to celebrate your mom this Mother's Day. Share a picture of your mom and tell us the impact she's made on your life. She'll be entered for a chance to win a $75 gift card, courtesy of BECU. Enter at kxly.com/momsday. Diamonds and Dreams is proudly sponsored by AutoNation Chevrolet in the Spokane Valley.
So some grapple, it sounds like.
Boy, and a whole lot of it coming down. I think it was in Spokane Valley that you said, Chris?
Yes, they're at the Argonne exit, and I'm going to show you that again in just a moment. But I'm starting off with brand new information released just today from the Climate Prediction Center about the forecast for the entire month of May. And it doesn't look very exciting. This is the temperature outlook, and you'll notice all the warm weather and above average temperatures from the south up through the east and the Midwest, and we are just in this map colored section where there's nothing to indicate above or below average temperatures. And why I'm excited about that is that year after year after year, our Mays have been in the orange with above average temperatures, and that is no way to start our warm season with a hot May, drying out those fine fuels and giving us a jump start to the fire season. Now, this is not good or bad news. There's no indication of above average precipitation, which is always welcome, but there's no indication of below average precipitation. So I think I'm going to call that good news, because that is warm and dry has been the mantra every warm season around here. So to be average might not be such a bad thing. Here's a look at our temperature trend over the next 7 days. And we are going to be a little bit above and then a little bit below for the next 7 days. This white line right here is our average high. No dramatic anomalies, but you might feel pretty chilly on Sunday during Bloomsday, when not only is it going to be cooler than average, but it looks like we have a good chance of showers. Still fine-tuning that forecast, though, so check back if you can't decide whether or not to register late to run. Give me one more day. The price doesn't go up until Thursday, so check back with me. Meanwhile, we're checking back with the radar in Spokane Valley, and it is still coming down, but we're definitely seeing it becoming a little more light as it makes its way further east, approaching Liberty Lake. The heavier precipitation and the grapple is becoming a little less frequent, and it's going to continue to weaken as it makes its way to the east. Here is the scene, though, at the Argonne exit. I think this truck, it just about was ready to pull over, but you could see we're starting to see some hydroplaning, and the lens is covered with water. Meanwhile, in downtown, we see the showers off in the distance, but we're starting to dry out just in time for everyone to go on their dinner breaks here at 4 News Now, and even a little bit of sunshine. Very nice. Your planning forecast Only a 20% chance of showers tomorrow. A sprinkle, if anything, nothing like today. And then we do have a warming trend that takes us all the way into Saturday, and then cooler and wetter weather for Sunday and beyond.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Around the Northwest now, over 100 asylum seekers in Kent who came to the U.S. to give their kids a chance at a better life are now sleeping on the street.
Until now, many of them were staying at a hotel, but now they have nowhere to go since funding run out. King 5's Sebastian Robertson has more.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is not going to play for us properly. So as we head to a break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup for your Tuesday night.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Next. E.T. Only one show can take you to the set of Bridgerton Season 3. Kind of mind-blowing. The cast, the costumes, and...
Bow to me.
Those wigs.
Next. E.T.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
You've never been to a wedding?
No, I have not.
No gun. Today's about peace and love.
Sounds like an active shooter or a gunman.
Get down here!
New will trend tonight on ABC.
Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino brings you multi-platinum artist Hunter Hayes to Spokane Live Saturday, May 11th. Tickets are available online now at SpokaneTribeCasino.com. Entertainment without limits.
Do you want more? Do you want to make more? Build more? See more? Do more? That's what we do. Lewis Clark State College's School of Career and Technical Education can help you reach your full potential in a career you love. Whether it's managing the front desk in our hospitality management program or the help desk in information technology, you'll find your career and you'll find your more at LC State. Scholarships are available. Apply now.
Nice work. You take card?
Can I get a check?
Sure. Let me go find one.
Thanks.
Check behind the VCR. Can I be frank? You're cutting off potential clients by not offering card payments. That's like only watching one channel.
That's fine. World War II channel.
One type of music.
Postmodern polka.
One chain.
Don't be a hater.
Try our mobile card reader.
Oh, good. You do take it.
Welcome to the future.
All right, let's power up.
Nice. 2 hands. 10 and 2. STCU Business.
Yeah, I'm a little over my head here.
We can certainly take care of that for you. When you're looking for a company that's noteworthy, look no further.
Call your friends at Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing and spend your time doing more important things.
Things just keep getting better at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. Our all-new 175-room resort hotel is opening soon. Elevate your experience with luxurious accommodations, state-of-the-art amenities, and exquisite dining. Visit SpokaneTribeCasino.com for more details. You just win here.
Par, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you going to build?
We have a consumer alert to tell you about. Over 85,000 pounds of ready-to-eat sliced Stockmeyer prosciutto ham is being recalled because it wasn't inspected properly. It was sold in several states, including Washington. So far, there have been no adverse reactions reported, but the USDA says you should not eat it if you have it. Consumers are advised to either throw it away or return it to the store where you bought it.
If you have your sights set on a summer vacation, right now may be the best time to book that getaway. We're now close to the Goldilocks window for savings. If you're looking to head out at the start of the summer, that sweet spot for booking domestic flights is usually 45 days out from your travel. Some airlines are bracing for record passengers.
While there's not one day of the week where cheap fares magically appear, if you travel on Tuesdays and Saturdays, in general, those days are cheaper than flying on a Thursday, Friday, or Sunday.
And the drop-dead time to book is typically within 21 days. With airfares constantly updating, you can set alerts and notifications on travel websites to find the best price.
And coming up tonight on Nightside, the latest on a house that went up in flames in Newman Lake and the hunt for the missing homeowner. That's tonight at 11.
All right, we're checking in with our friends at the Argonne exit on I-90 in Spokane Valley, and there's some sunshine now. Still plenty of water on the roads, but things are beginning to dry out a little bit. Still have some pretty good rain in progress, and that is going to be moving into the Liberty Lake area. The intensity, however, has decreased somewhat. We'll zoom out a little bit and find some showers down around Cheney, and then may start to see a few sprinkles here in Coeur d'Alene here in the next little bit. A little wider view. It's very isolated precipitation right now. So hopefully it's dry at your house.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's dramatic in some of those pictures. We'll see you at 11.